Hi guys, so one day I just thought of, okay, can't I just make yam pudding, those yam pudding that I used to eat when I was very small, because my grandmom then makes the best pudding. Anyone that knows her can testify. Yes, she makes the best pudding, both corn, yam, plantain, any pudding you can think of. So I just thought that I can still make something similar even if I don't have yam. So since I had Irish potato, ripe plantain, I said, well, let me try it and see what we come out of it, because if I don't try, I wouldn't know. For this pudding, I will using Irish potato in substitute for yam and ripe plantain, crayfish, red oil, salt and pepper. That's all I'll be using. So started by peeling the Irish potato, cut it into smaller pieces because we will be blending it, so that the blending will be easy for us, because then we don't blend it. There was no blender then. What we usually do, we grate it with a very big grater. We grate the yam, usually yellow yam that my grandmom used to use then. What we did in this place was to blend it to mimic the grating aspect. To give it that traditional flavor, I'll also be using locust beans, which I blended with the onions and kept aside. Now the next thing was to blend the Irish potato, which we have already cut into cubes. I'm so happy that I was able to at least attempt this, because I wanted to give my children that my younger age feel. Like, this is what we used to do. This is the kind of food we usually eat, the snack, the moi moi, the pizza. After blending the potato, I noticed that it was still rough, so I have to mix both the already blended Irish potato and the mashed plantain together, and then return both of them into the blender to give it that smooth texture. And the next thing was to add the already blended locust beans, dry pepper, crayfish, salt, mix everything together and then check for taste, and everything was giving 100/100. Then I went in with the red oil and mix everything together. Now I'll be wrapping it with nylon, as that is the only thing available for me to use. By the way, in those days we don't use nylon, that is cellophane. We don't use it. What we use was either plantain leaf or this special leaf that we used to wrap pudding, or this moi moi, or any kind of pudding. That was what we used to use then. But here I don't have access to that kind of leaf, so I made use of the nylon, the cellophane. So when after pouring it into the nylon, I added this big crayfish inside in each of the wraps. Then we cooked it for like 30 minutes and the food was set. Oh my goodness, it was feeling like going back to ages. I noticed that it was soft, very soft, and I think when next I'll be doing it, I'll reduce the quantity of water I'll be adding. But man, this pudding was it was so sweet.
It's soft.
Yeah, just try it. Try this, you will thank me later. And I'm going to be trying it again and again and again and again. I loved it. This taste was the aroma was all over. I loved it. It gave me that nostalgia. Yeah, it took me back to memory lane. It took me back to my grandma. It took me back to my childhood, and I really enjoyed everything that came with it. I think you too can try it. If you don't have yam, you can use potato just like I did, but the right recipe is yellow yam and plantain. All right, see you in our next. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.